Hey guys, and welcome to week 9 of Portal Challenge. Yay, we did it! Also, maybe put the link in announcements. It's alright, because the people that are joining us on Twitch already, hello, welcome. I really appreciate that everyone's here. See a little crack in reality over there. I'm gonna hide that now. And also, hello everyone on YouTube. We did it! This is the week before the big week 10 celebration, but let's not focus on week 10 too much because we're currently doing week 9. And you know what? Week 9 is my favorite week we've actually done so far because I love the challenge save and it sure did look like you guys had a lot of fun on it. So great. I'm not going to blabble on for more. Who won the community vote for last week? I have no clue because last time I checked, it was a 3-way tie. Oh no. So if I just go on my Discord and look at the Hall of Fame straw poll, I'm going to just read the winner now. Hopefully it's still not a tie. Okay, results. Here it comes, guys. Calamity won! He got one vote right at the end. Well done! Calamity won the community vote for week 8. And remember, you can vote for this week as well. Just keep in mind your favorite runners, and I'll be putting the straw poll after the stream sometime. Alright, so let's just hop right into it. And the first one we're going to watch is Max Gaming. And we'll just get a general gist of what this week's challenge was. Alright, let's just, you know, change it on to the other one. There we go. Such a huge voting volume, yep. Okay, here we go. So, we're on Chamber 4 and 5 this week. Now, there is one rule, and it is cubes are only allowed to enter through blue portals. So while we're watching Max Gaming's run, note that he's only putting the cubes through the blue portal. That is basically it. Cool. People in chat trying to make it a tie again. God damn it. Alright. So there's one cube in each chamber. Brought them along pretty nicely. There we go. Alright. Now, that last portal that opens there, you do have to wait a little bit. Otherwise, if you shoot it too early, you actually won't be able to get to the end unless you're an out-of-bounds hacker. So that's basically the gist of the challenge for this week. It was really interesting what Max Gaming did because that was basically the route that I had in mind when I was making the save. I tried to balance all of the routes this week around the one he just did, and I was glad to see that he did it, but you know what, it wasn't the quickest, so it hurt me a little bit. Be like, oh shit, what I was trying to balance around it being the best route was actually one of the not so good ones, but Max Gaming pulled it off pretty flawlessly, and you know what? I had a realization from his, because I had some optimizations in mind, and we're going to get into those optimizations throughout the show. I fucking hope so. But turns out the optimizations I had in mind actually don't save any time, which I was really disappointed about. So we're going to watch Kaz's inbounds run, because I'm pretty sure he did something similar to what I had in mind. So here we go. Alright, so remember, cubes can only go through the blue portals. Alright, shove it on that button to open up this door. Nice. Alright, you're allowed to peek and stuff, that's a-okay. Alright, so you might notice that cube's in a pit, so you gotta get it out somehow. Now, he's thrown this cube in here, and if you don't know on this level, if you get a cube stuck in here and you're on this side of the level, Softlock will actually come on, so you can hear GLaDOS talking now. And he can just bring the other cube with him. Alright, sick. That's how that one works. Alright, so now he's juggling both cubes. That's quite quick, because you don't have to go back for another one. Alright, let's get rid of the drive. There we are. Alright, and there is one minor... well, it's not even a mistake, really. It's just how the level is. And we're going to get back to it, but just remember, Kaze experienced this minor upset. It would have saved you 2 seconds, but there was no way that you could really help it just because of how the level was designed. But I do have a comparison to show that later, so let's go along. Alright, so we're going to play Calamity's demo. And now you got the general gist of what this week's challenge looks like, so we can actually start looking at demos that do some more interesting stuff. So we got one from Calamity. is version 2. And remember that cubes can only enter through blue portals, and here we are. So quite quick and... Oh no. Calamity, I posted rules, and you can't put the cubes through the orange portals, buddy. Oh god. So unfortunately that one's a disqualification. I'm sure you had a great run, but unfortunately you put the cube through the orange one, so we're going to move right along. Sorry about that, Calamity. Better luck next time. Look, week 10's going to happen. Make sure everyone reads the rules. I know it looks like I'm singling you out, but don't worry, we'll return to you, Calamity. It's just, I feel sad for you in the sense that, like, people put a lot of effort in it, and then it's like, I gotta disqualify you, and I can't have any remorse, because, well, that was the rules, dude. Alright, so we got one from Jet, moving along. Alright, so, what's he gonna do? Alright, going quick and... Jet, no. Now the sad thing was when I was making the save, right, Jet and Calamity, don't feel too bad. I was making the save and I was like trying to make up my cool route as well because I got a few extra days to actually play the save for once. And I kept doing this and it took me a while to realize, you know what, I was watching Goodigo stream. I spoiled myself earlier and I watched him do like 20 attempts of this before he realized, because it's just really natural to like take the shortest route. But unfortunately I got disqualified you there. Look, this is what he did basically, and he cheated again. Like, he shot the portal on the wall for the second cube. So I'm sorry Jet. Look, right here, bang bang, and that cube's gone through the orange portal. Like, you picked it up like through the blue one, but I said cubes can only enter through orange ones, so you got to think of its perspective. So Jet, no, damn it, sorry. So now we've got Jados's inbounds run. So let's watch that. Alright, here we go. And alright, and did you read the rules? Look, I'm sorry, Jados. You probably had a good run. Alright, so we're on to T-Wens. I think it's this one. Who knows which one it is. Alright. Oh god, no! No, T-Wen! You've been a regular for so long and now this? No, okay, look. I had this funny skit where I was in a race and I kept just running before the gun. And I'm just going to tell you the joke because it's never going to get edited because I ran out of time because of my dumb phone. If you're here during the pre-stream, you'll have heard that ramble. But look, the joke was the ref was saying, wait for my mark. And when they said, on your marks, I would just run. And then they would get upset. That was the joke, okay? I would have played it here, it would have been amazing. But anyway, so... you'll be a good speedrunner if you read the rules, but that's alright because speedrunning normally doesn't come with a rulebook. Now, Calamity did redeem himself. He has a demo here that actually says valid. So let's watch that one. Alright, not going to go through the orange portal. So we've got an ABH to the button. Surely that's the quickest way to the button. Alright, here we go, Calamity. Got the cube. Alright. Taken along with us. So he's only got one cube with him so far. He's not getting the second cube. And what's he going to do here? Alright. Now you can actually go down through this elevator shaft here. Alright, so you don't want to fall into the pit because you'll end up soft-locking yourself. Now when you go through that fizzler, it actually doesn't get rid of your portal. I did disable it, so... And there we go. So that's the elevator shaft route. Good redeem. There we go. Alright. Chat's already picking up on my foreshadowing. Alright, there we go. Fizzle the radio. Now, basically, if you've never done Portal speedrunning, which I assume everyone here has done Portal speedrunning of some sorts, you don't have to go into the elevator straight away. You gotta actually wait for the dialogue. Oh god, there's people clipping. Thank you. Once the dialogue ends, the elevator will move. That's what happens a lot in Portal 2. The levels end on dialogue cycles. sorta. But basically, their level won't end in most cases until dialogue's finished, and that's the same in Portal 1 for this chamber and for Chamber 18. So they just kind of dick around at the end, so I might speed that up a little bit. We'll see how we go for time. So now we're going to watch Knock Knock's demo. It's not week 0. That's way too late. Early. I don't know. Alright, here we go. Inbounds, legit. Alright, thank you for easing my worries of it being a legit run. Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. And you fell down the pit. I already said Calamity had the quickest way to the button, and clearly falling down this pit is a quick way to get the cube. Like, you're already standing here, but maybe you just wanted to go on a ride because you wanted to be behind it, but that's okay. Knock Knock's got some good ideas. There we go. Portaling over to get quicker to the door. Now, I like to think you're kind of like a Super Mario runner. All of this is kind of just for swag at the moment. That's kind of clever what you did there. Actually, that's really clever because I actually did not think of that the whole time I was making the save. I was like blind to the fact that you could just lob the cube up there. I was like, oh, throwing doesn't exist, but that's because I was using another glitch. Don't worry about it. Alright, let's go back. So that was a clever peek. Nice. But the reason I say Super Mario Runner is he kind of just shoots things off the wall like the cameras and stuff. They're kind of like little secrets. And you might as well make your run entertaining. So falling down the pit's pretty cool. So what other entertainment are we going to see at the end? Yep, more cameras getting shot down. Nice, going super speedy fast. Nice, I like it. Alright, and we'll just speed it up to the end. And now the elevator's moving up and he's just standing still. Alright, cool. We're going to go on to Jonice's run now. Alright, Jonice, you got your inbounds. 5. Here we go. Alright. Nice, very smooth. I like it. Alright. Jonice has perfected the art of getting smooth routes. Been running pretty much every single week. Pretty much a regular at this point. Alright. And now that might not look like much to you, but if you played the save, I disabled this button for the player so you couldn't actually stand on it, yet Jonice is standing on it, so you broke my level. Now here's a little peek behind the curtain to what I do. I use console commands, and all I did was I typed like this specific button that he's standing on, disable, and then you can't stand it, it won't trigger it. But the problem is, right, when you put the cube on it and then take it back off, it actually re-enables it for the player, because what Valve did cleverly was when you put the cube on it, it disables it for the player. When you play standing on it, it disables the cube activating the button. Basically, nonsense is, if you bump the cube on the button, it re-enables it for the player. So you boycotted my idea of actually trying to balance the routes a little bit, because this was for some faster routes. But anyway, so you've done that, Jonice. So, alright, okay. Nice little strafe there. You didn't use the little ledge to stop yourself. You just did some nice strafes down there. Cool. Alright. Got your selections of ways to show off at the end, and you opt for putting the camera into the wall. Nice. Now, Kaz is saying next time don't disable it, just kill it. Yeah, pretty much. That was a mistake from my end. Hell yeah, got some nice flicks and spins there. Cool! Alright, we're going on to the next one. We got Yueki. Classic Yueki. And let's see if he brings anything new to the table. Alright, getting the cube. Alright, now, don't you hate it when that happens? Like, it just, square gets stuck in a circle. This is kind of like some elementary stuff where 3-year-olds kind of get frustrated that they can't work out shapes yet, and they're trying to fit the square block through the triangle. It's not your fault, Yueki. I'm not calling you a 3-year-old. I'm calling this here a 3-year-old dilemma. It's not as smooth, but You know what? You got the route execution down pat. Look at that. Throwing the cube across the gap. You're the only one who did that. And I was really glad you did that because that's pretty clever. No one in Glitchless did that. Spoilers. Alright, so here we are. Alright. Oh no. Alright, come on, Yueki. Alright. And see, this is what I intended, because basically how I was trying to balance the elevator shaft route was I wanted you to walk longer distances. But Calamity bypassed that by bumping the cube on the button. A few people did that, but nonetheless. Alright, nice ABH there. Gotta bring the radio with you, almost. Alright, let's just speed up to the end. Alright, success. I didn't realize how long that end dialogue was. Jesus. Alright, so that's another elevator shaft route. Got some nice little spins at the end. Little spasms. Tribute to the Ironex spaz. And we're going to look at our last elevator shaft route from Retet. Alright, here we go. Nice. No issues there. Smooth ABH. Sick. We're on Calamity's level at the moment. Alright, here we go. Little throw up, nice little peak there. I would like to see that optimize a little bit, that sort of peaking motion. Nice, you did a nice little straight like Calamity. Because it's really weird coming out of the roof like that. Kind of disorientates you a bit. It's not slow in any sense, it's just kind of... Like, when you're speedrunning, you kind of want to make things as easy as possible on yourself, and kind of coming out of the roof can be a bit disorientating. I don't know. Try to go for ease. Now that looked pretty simple. Now let's watch some meme demos to get away from the inbounds elevator shaft routes. Because we don't want a repeat of the classic window jump. Alright, so we're going to watch a no mouse movement run. And it's not because I made a no mouse movement run video. Not at all, okay, chat? It's totally because of that, okay? Look, no mouse movement is a great category. It's underrated. No one runs it except me. It's a good category, okay? And Purtle did a run this week, so let's watch that. Alright. Now, I can bring up CL Show Pods, but I already verified the demos beforehand. So, here we are. Got a nice little tilt on the cube. Alright, so, what's the idea here? Alright. Shot the portal? Great. Now, that cube's just fallen into the soft lock area, so if you wait on the button for a little bit longer, it'll actually keep the door open. Alright, here we go. Alright. Now this is kind of where you get problems. You're looking directly at the ground and you want to get the cube there, but remember the cube's trying to be in front of you. It's alright. Okay, here we go. Now, you're not in trouble again. He got like a little boost from the cube there because it was actually behind him, but anyway. Alright, come on. Come on, Proto. Let's speed this up a little bit. I just want to see you do a successful no mouse movement run. Alright, great. Look at that. Thanks for that one. Alright, let's move on to another one, because we actually got 4 this week, so we got one from Calvin as well. Normally at least Portal's runner, but doing no mouse movement this week. Alright, sick. Alright, that's pretty stock standard. Now from here, you know the orange portal's over here, so you can just shoot here and you'll come out looking with your mouse this way, and then you'll already be at the door. Or you have the choice at going through the slant here, and it'll give you more of like this angle, which is also kind of neat. Anyway, opting for the walk because it's only no mouse movement anyway. My video was only 30 minutes long or something like that. It wasn't a speed run. It wasn't optimized. I'm seeing Calvin kind of do what I said earlier. Now you can kind of see how it kind of snowballs real quickly if you get your angle at a degree that's not exactly straight. And in most cases, in the actual game, it's terrible to have like a straight angle. So that slanted wall there is actually like a godsend in a sense. I would like to do no mouse movement runs, but it's just really hard to route because you change one level and it changes all the ones after it. So we got one from Knock Knock who submitted a lot of demos this week. We'll see that one when we get to Out of Bounds. This is me just talking while I'm trying to type because no mouse movement is a very long phrase. Could have acronymized it. That's not a real word, to NMM. Alright. Pretty much the same thing. Protal basically did the quickest submission. Alright. Yeah, push it with your body. Alright, cool. Alright, got that soft lock. So you can easily get through the door. Alright. Now it's just trying to get on the button. He got like straight up. A lot quicker than Protal, but the whole run's slower overall. I'll watch one last one and then we'll move on to some actual stuff. Alright, here we go. No mouse percent question mark. Well, I guess you could use turn binds, haha. No mouse movement, more like plug in my controller and do it that way. No mouse movement, more like finishing it with a Wiimote. Alright. Alright, so we're getting there, pretty much the same route. No mouse movement, what about USB steering wheel percent? Alright, cool. You know, if it's no mouse movement, you could have used turn binds. That doesn't use a mouse. I'm throwing shade on all the comments that I got daily on my no mouse movement video. It's only me who experienced that frustration. Alright, great. No mouse movement, more like playing Portal on your Nvidia phone. Okay, cool. It's alright, the door's kind of hard to locate sometimes. You keep backing into this and wait, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, I'm confused too. Knock knock. What? What happened there? The door's locked or something. That's a new one. I don't know how you fix that. Normally I give I'm an X pick to demos that confuse me, or I didn't know you could do that, but this... Alright. Talking about getting stuck, let's watch Jados' thing called I don't know what I was doing to get stuck version 1. I like how you put version 1 as if like, I don't know, maybe this could happen again. I don't know, life's kind of unpredictable. Sometimes you get stuck multiple times throughout life. Look. Anyway. Alright, come on. So where do you get stuck, mate? All I want to see is you getting stuck. Alright, cool. Oh god damn it, you just put... This run's disqualified as well, that's why you got stuck. Can't put cubes through orange portals, what are you doing? Alright. Alright. So, why are you getting stuck, Jados? I don't understand. Okay. And he's gonna throw the cube. Hell yeah. Oh, a little bit too high, but that's okay. Alright. Oh no, you fooled it. Now, you might have noticed that that was just a dialogue from one of the escape maps. I guess they didn't record a softlock line for here, even though they got softlock lines on all the other levels. But anyway, great. No one did that in their speedruns. But I still think that's kind of interesting. So let's have a look at Uncrafted Names demo where he's going, huh? It's called Uncrafted Name. There we go. Okay, so getting the cube pretty quick. Gonna reorientate it. We saw this in the no mouse movement runs. Prop it up against the door. Alright. Now all you gotta do is open the button. Open the button, yeah. And I don't know how you did that. Oh, you know, I actually didn't know how you did that until I just looked in Drive. The more you know. It looks like you perfectly got it balanced on just that corner. I guess... What? I thought they were cubes. I didn't realize I had this little ledge here. That actually explains it. So, good job for balancing it perfectly. This is like flipping a coin and just getting unlucky and losing it. And then it lands on its side later on. Alright, well that's okay. Let's have a look at Retap's demo. And you know what? This is going to nicely segue us into Elise Portals for this week. Alright. Retap having a try of Elise Portals. And a lot of people actually did Elise Portals. Normally, you only get 2 people that run Elise Portals, but this week we got 100 people running Elise Portals. So that was cool. Wall climbing is difficult, so don't blame you, Retap. The more you press E and jump quicker, the better. Maybe. Look, you just got to destroy your E key on your keyboard. It doesn't matter because that's only the most common letter on your keyboard, so... Alright. It's alright, you'll work out how to get it balanced against the door. Okay. Okay. Let's speed up a little bit. On the button. Alright, this is a good Elise Portals run at the... Whoa! Whoa! Alright, well, that was almost deadly. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that one. Alright, so let's actually look at some Elise Portals ones. We got Elise Portals run from Lucas Skywalker. So that's a force to be reckoned with, but unfortunately he shot 1 portal, and the least amount of portals this week is 0. And most of the time I try to make it so you can actually solve stuff in 0 portals. So we're not going to watch Lucas Skywalker's, but we're going to quit the game and go into the Steam Pipe version. I just gotta load up the Steam version of Portal. You can submit stuff there, it's just... I gotta close the game because I'm running it on an older version of Portal. It's okay. Alright, and one day I'll open because it's powered by Source. Here we go. Alright, and we got a submission from Win98 and 95. So we got a collaboration between 2 of the oldest operating systems. And I'm just going to turn on captions just in case it crashes. Alright. I'm pretty sure you had captions off. Okay, great. Play demo, Windows 98 and 95. Okay. Here we go. Alright, so immediately it's apparent that you're using scripts to wall climb, but that's fine. I'm gonna look right past that. It's pretty much the only wall climbing part of this level, and we're going to see putting the cube up against the door. It's not the only way that you can do Elise Portals this week, but this is one of the most popular ways. Alright, great. What are you doing, bud? Alright. Boop. Alright, and there's only one more wall climbing bit here, and it's very minor, but yet again. It's alright, bud. You made it. You can stop now. Alright, sick. Now... Oh no, you shot 1 portal, dude. Oh no! Oh no! Now... That's not quite 0, but you can make it 0, and that's pretty good for first time submission. Did demonstrate basically the majority of the run. Let's see one from Prodal. He did one on Steam Pipe as well, and I'm just going to skip past the beginning because he basically does the same thing. But he shows like a Steam Pipe only glitch that he's told me. Turns out that you can just place one of the cubes on the buttons and then do this. So who knew that? And that was pretty quick, but turns out the trigger for the door's really close. And you can get through it before it closes. Now what he's doing there with the wall climbing looks good, but it doesn't actually save any time because remember there's dialogue, so... Alright. I'm gonna load up the save in the other portal, because that's all the Steam Pipe demos that I have to show this week. And let's talk about dialogues on the level a bit. Basically, dialogue can't interrupt each other, so it's going to go through everything. So if you already have dialogue queued up, and then you're trying to load another bit of dialogue, it'll kind of just shove it on at the end. So we'll see that later on as well. So let's load up the save, like I said I was going to. And it was challenge 9. Here we are. Alright. Just gonna no clip, and then don't worry, this is all cheating. Because that's what I am. I'm a big cheating JR stan, man. Alright, cool. So, oh, don't worry, we've got to do ent set name box underscore 2, and now it'll work, yay! Alright, so right here, this is where we will see the triggers, so show toggle triggers toggle, alright. So basically the one closest there is the one that closes the door, but if you just touch it, the door will kind of just like slam into you, and then you can just walk back out. So that's how that works. And funnily enough, the orange portal that you had earlier on during the level, so let's just go down here. Oh, see, this is what I'm saying. If you don't strafe here, you'll get stuck down there, and that kind of ruins everything. So funnily enough, the orange portal that's here gets changed to a blue one, and the new orange portal opens up. So that makes 0 portals possible this week. And Ueki pointed out in chat that I have a challenge 9.1, yeah, because I was debating which one to send out, and the one that everyone's running on is the one that we're looking at. So so now we're going to run from Lambo, who did 0 portals. 0 portals was really popular this week, so that was quite interesting. This is just a normal wall climbing, so that's pretty cool. I was trying to say good and cool at the same time. Alright. Now, you'll notice that Lambo didn't wait immediately, didn't wait the extra second on the button. If you do, and then trigger the soft lock, the door will actually just stay open, but if you get off the button before the soft lock triggers, then the door will be in the closed state. So now he's just going to hope that the cube comes out straight away, and it's taking more than a second, so you would have just been better off just staying on the button for a second, but it's alright. Alright, come on Lambo, there we go, got the cube. Okay. Now it's actually kind of important that you do get that soft lock as well, because it actually opens up the door later on, so you can actually get back down there. We'll just speed up a little bit. Alright, and Lambo's going for another door jam. Not entirely necessary as we've seen, but this is one way that you can do it. And then it's just the elevator shaft route right to the end. Sick! Alright, so let's see one from Fluffy as well. We'll try to speed up these portals ones a little bit. Alright. So here's the wall climb just at normal speed. Pretty speedy. Alright. And everyone's using this cross to actually orientate the cube. It's kind of freaky that a lot of people did that. There we go. Same thing. So if you get this immediately... Oh, never mind. You're not even going for the cube. Alright. I should make it script and scriptless. Yeah. I can do that. It just takes it a little bit more verifying. It's pretty obvious to see whether someone's using a wall climbing script. I guess you could have ones that are less obvious, but normally these portals is for funsies. The cube got launched out of the door when it opened because it was kind of jammed in there, but a little bit unlucky there. Doing the same thing as Lambo. Not quite necessary, but still cool nonetheless. Alright, cool. And that's basically that one. Alright, so let's have a look at the next person, which will be Retap. And this is basically the fastest route that we'll see for these portals. Where is it? It's right there, like I can see it. Okay, great. Here we go. Everyone gets held up on that corner there. Doing that route is kind of dangerous here because the cube has the potential to kill you. Ueki laying down the wall. Alright, here we go. Okay, great. Getting it stuck in there. And he immediately got that. Sorry for speeding that up on you, but he got lucky there straight away. Alright. Gonna see the little trigger thing. Alright, don't mess it up. Okay, great. And then just navigating down the elevator shaft. Awesome. Alright, so we've got one from Knock Knock, and that's an interesting way to spell play demo. Play swimmo! Lovely. Alright, so let me try to do it again. Luckily Maddie C's not here this week to make fun of my terrible spelling. I'm looking way too far down the list. I was about to play an out of bounds one. So we got one from Zoe. In my head, I still read that as Zoe because my question is, how do you spell Zoe? Is it just Z-O-E? And then I bring into debate whether it's Zoe or Zoe. But look, I do understand the frustration of you being called one thing and it being spelt in a way that people always mispronounce it, because I have a friend that's like that and they always get upset about it. So I feel the pain there, so I will call you Zoe, but it's just going to take me a while because I'm trying to read and then remember now. Jury movement is all hell, but it's okay. I used to play on really high sensitivity and it's gone lower over the years. And my shaking in my arms has increased, so it's like nothing's ever changed. Is cereal a soup? That's a question that Vsauce can answer later. Uncrafted name, but thank you for the insightful comments while we watch the least portals run. Alright, here we go. Is Zoe pronounced Zoe? See, that's what I'm asking. I'm very confused. Anyway. Alright. Nice! Alright. Let's play Demo 9. Kaz is in out of bounds. I keep looking way too far down the script, don't worry about it. So we got one from Jonah who did least portals, and he actually, from memory, actually really optimized this. There we go. Oh, it was really quick, but smashing into that wall is not good. Alright. Pretty quick wall climb. Also, someone mentioned that like wall climbing script should be banned. In most cases, if you just spam E and jump, it's actually slower than trying to do timed wall climbs. What Jonah did then was probably the quickest wall climb we saw, and that one was just done by hand while I moved my hand around. I'm talking with my hand, guys. Don't even look at my mouth. It's doing all the talking for me. Look, what I'm saying is you don't really get an advantage by wall climbing with scripts. Alright. It just makes it a little bit easier, because you can always go straight away, and Jonah was really lucky to get that cube out of the door straight away, so... Oh! Ruined. He almost got that before the other dialogue ended, so that would have been on point. Alright. Now, you got all the time in the world, so there's no point going for the hard strafe there. Well, it's not really hard, but it's more difficult. Like, you can do an easy way, because you're not on a time limit. Alright, 6. So we've got one from Aspect. We only got a few more least portals to go. Which one is it? Clap, clap, clap. Alright. Here we go, Aspect. That one's debatable. Can't really tell that one. I could look at it, but I haven't, so we'll never know. Alright. And now we're kind of getting into the speedy boys who want to do this without waiting the extra second on the button. And they're getting pretty lucky with the RNG on the actual cubes. And so far it's actually been quite smooth. Okay, cool. Oh, you were going to get there before the dialogue ended. Oh. Alright, come on. Easy, first go. Don't even worry, I didn't notice the first stuff up. Everything's first go. Alright. And as you can guess, he gets to the end. Cool. Alright. Last one from Jonice. Alright, let's watch this one, not the duplicate version. Alright. Button's the bane of your existence. Here we go. Alright. Sorry to speed it up so much, but so far it's been the exact same. Got a bit cucked on the door there. Alright. Let's see how you approach this. Alright, second go. That's okay. And you got to the end! Yay! Good one, Jonice. Jonice laying down all the categories. Going for like 100 completion rate. 100? 100% was what I was meant to say. Got one from Uncrafted Name who actually did it a little bit differently to everyone else. So here we go. The only person who got around the corner without hitting the button or the glass. Or me. Here we go. Pretty solid wall climbing as well. Nice. Good to see. Alright. Here we go. Uncrafted Name. Bang. Someone said that I hate piano lessons. Oh god. Least Portals is sending people to sleep. They're now talking about their boring piano lessons. Alright. Nice. So you can't really stuff that up if you crouch into it like really slow. That's what we've basically learned from that. Alright. We got one from Spitter. Play demo. Nearly everyone did. Whoa, whoa, we're going spinny. Spinny, me queenie. Don't worry, look, I'm gonna join you. I'll do the spin as well. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, cool. Mine stopped spinning there. Alright, I'm glad we had a spin sesh there. It confused my camera. But that's kind of what it looks like when you're spinning your head like really violently. Everyone that's watching right now, just do this and tell me what you saw. Alright, cool. And it wasn't some idiot flailing, thrashing about in their chair. Alright, so we've got one from Spitter. Spitter's always doing things. Whoa, this isn't. Whoa, whoa, this isn't Least Portals. What's happening? I didn't play Least Portals. I played Inbounds. What am I doing? You shot way too many portals. I'll give you a big fat DQ. Thanks for the host, by the way. Alright, always good to bring along people. Alright. Now, Spitter did things a little bit differently, like he always does, because Spitter's just that type of person. He's always a little bit different, and always comes into my chat and asks for mod. Alright, there we go. Oh no, Spitter! Okay. How's it going? It's going good. We're doing some Portal Challenge reviewing of people's submissions. Alright, come on, Spitter. I believe in you. You can get it out. Come on! Alright, look, it's okay, because you got there. Alright. Alright, let's see how he approaches this door thing. Now, normally, most people kind of stand in the middle. You might have seen everyone standing in the middle, and they're slowly inching their way forward. Spitter kind of doesn't do that. He kind of rides the edge a little bit, but that works as well, so good job, Spitter. Nice. Alright, and then of course he navigates to the end like a champ. Alright, great. Alright, so we'll quickly go through the last 3 Least Portals. We've got one from Calamity, but it's actually an entirely different route. Oh, dude, he got around the corner like Uncrafted Name. He's a champ. Now he's actually wall climbing up the different wall. Alright, hell yeah. Okay, so not opting to shoving the cube into the soft lock, into the door to soft lock it. Alright. Saves a little bit of time because you're not actually, what do you call it? What do you call it, guys? You're not trying to set up the cube or anything like that. It's alright if you don't get that straight because you've got a cube anyway to help yourself out. Now, if you stand here, you'll be, let me retry. He's placed the cube into the hallway while ABHing, and then that's soft locked it, okay? Cool. That's what I'm saying. See? Great. Gives you enough time to collect the other cube. Now, this is where you might start running into problems. Alright. So, doing a nice little juggling like Kaza did earlier. Now, you might have noticed that he triggered the dialogue there, but the other one was still playing, so it kind of delays the other one. But he's still got to get back anyway, so it's not that big a deal, you know? So overall, the question is, which one's going to be faster? Now he's doing some nice little 6 spinning. You know what? I might as well join you when you're spinning, you know? Just do a little bit of a spin in the chair. Tangle up all the cords. Don't even worry about it. This headset's probably wireless. Okay, cool. So we got the same thing from Kaza. Kaza was the first one to submit Least Portals this week, but he also helped me make the save, so I kind of spoiled him a little bit. So let's just go a little bit quicker. Alright. There we are. Wall climbing. And reminder that that fizzler doesn't actually fizzle your portals or items because we actually disabled it. There's a route faster though. We will see. Alright. There we go. Nice one, Kaza. And then we got the last one from Knock Knock, which it's basically the same, so we'll skip that. And we'll go right into Out of Bounds, because everyone loves Out of Bounds. You could run all the least portals. That was starting to turn into window jump a little bit, but now we've got Out of Bounds, which is the epitome of normally the same routes, but that's okay. Yeah. Alright, so let's load up Jets one. Oob. There we go. That's alright, Knock Knock. We're going to look at, Out of Bounds demo anyway. So he did a quick quantum crouch there. So he is jumping around and stuff like that, but it's okay. Opting for the camera strat, which we've seen in multiple weeks. That's alright, we looked at all the least portals, so that's it. Alright, so you can shoot the portal away, and luckily he's quick quantum crouch, so he can actually jump up, trying to get the shot over the observatorium, the observation room. Why not most portals? That sounds terrible. How would I even do that? Wow, you can shoot the most portals in the least amount of time. Like, okay. And basically, on the far edge of this, you can trigger the end trigger. So how this works is, you can imagine this big room here is basically a big block. It's a big fizzler. And so if you place the portal here, you'll clip into the room for like a frame or whatever, and that will fizzle you into the map. If you do it on the edge here, you have to walk out of bounds like this and then come back through the portal. So that's what everyone's goal is basically over here. So all the portals that are placed there are basically to stop the seam shot route, which we see in every main speedrun. So that's what Jet did. He kind of made it difficult on himself, because he kind of went out of his way to go to a camera that wasn't close at all. So he spent a lot of time like crouch walking everywhere. So there's a lot more quicker ways. I'm going to see one from Retep this week. So that's a quick quantum crouch there. Just a reminder, you just hold crouch while going through the portal, and then you'll be quick quantum crouch. So he's currently crouching in the game, but his view's a lot higher. So there is a camera right above the portal that you're at, so you could have used that one, but it's alright. And shooting right to the end, and you can see you walk down then walk back in to trigger it, and that's basically what we're going to see from this one. And nice sniping yourself from the camera. Alright. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. On to the next one, shall we? Okay, great.
Or just out of bounds.
So we got one from Knock Knock. I skipped him earlier, and let's just watch one of his out of bounds demos. So he's got version 1, version 10, 11, 12. Let's just try to find what the highest number is. It's 40, spoilers. He submitted 40 demos. I'm going to say that's a no-no for week 10. Try not to overwhelm me with portals, but here we are. So shooting pretty much to the end. And this is pretty much going to be the optimal route for this week. We're just going to see ways to make it quicker. Please cream an X. No, but I will join you in spinning. We got the spinning going on. Oh god. Alright, here we go. Apparently camera doesn't work. It's alright. There we go. We're going to spin the Ethernet cable with you. Don't worry. Okay, great. He's still going. Alright. Alright, on to the next one. Where are we?
Or just out of bounds.
So we got one from Kaza, who did out of bounds as well. Kaza, Abe. Which one do we watch today? I'm pretty sure it is. I got it written down. Let's read 9. Disconnects Ethernet cable from the computer. Oh no. Don't worry, my internet's probably wireless anyway. It's not. Okay. And he pretty much did the exact same thing, just a lot quicker, so props to Kaza for that. Will he spin at the end? No. Alright. So we're going to see one from Uncrafted Name. He's starting to venture into the out of bounds as well. This out of bounds isn't really too hard if there's a camera and you can quantum crouch. That's basically the gist of it nowadays.
Or just out of bounds.
Okay. quantum crouch there. Camera, quick shot, shoot. That's pretty much the closest that you can shoot. Alright, and he's done swag by getting the cube, and he's going to put it into the room. Nice.
Good job. As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2.
Quick, get on the elevator before the dialogue ends. Alright, he made it, and now he's spinning. Spinning like a madman. So I guess I gotta spin somehow as well. Oh god, we're running out of stuff to spin. It's alright, we're gonna make a racket with our spinning. Here we go. Alright. That one was for you, Uncrafted. Oh god. Who knows what that angle was? Oh well. What I was trying to do was this. Okay, cool. Next demo up we got from Fluffy GMD. Alright, so 0 portals.
Or just out of bounds.
Why am I playing 0 portals when we're doing just out of bounds? I forgot branding. Whoops. Alright, now that was pretty quick. Now he didn't do a quick quantum crouch, he just did a regular quantum crouch there. You would actually see it. Let's slow it down because we basically watched it. No, see, he shot on the wall, so you can't quick quantum crouch on a wall. So you crouch there and uncrouched. Now, there is a downside to doing it this way because you're doing it by hand, so if you crouch immediately, like say if that's the peak of your standing up and you crouch is your lowest here, whenever you let go of uncrouch is how high you'll be quantum crouched. So you want to try to get as close as to like the standing that you can. So if you crouch and then you tap it immediately, you'll only be that tall and then it won't actually be that good. But if you quick quantum crouch, you get like the full cap and you can jump. So, but he doesn't actually need that for this, so. And you'll see him walk in and out. There we are. Alright. Cool. And we'll just speed it up to the end. Alright, so now that we've seen a few out of bounds runs, let's actually take some notes. We got Lambo and Jonah. So let's actually have a look at what the differences between their out of bounds routes are. Alright, so now I know that was pretty quick, so I'll play it again. We'll go a bit slower. Alright, so he's quick quantum crouching. He's already falling through the portal. He hasn't even touched the ground yet. He jumped off to the side. Alright, cool.
Our previous statement suggesting that we would.
Alright, so that's basically Lambo's one. And then we got the Maddie C tribute here. You can see the C right at the end. You know what? Like, this chamber this week has actually been really good for all of the challenges because, like, for all the submissions, because it's been so many different routes that people actually have ways of, like, expressing their own character. And Lambo does it through the tribute of Maddie C right at the end, so that's pretty cool. So let's watch Jonah's route now. It's pretty much the same, but there's a little small detail between the two runs, which is kind of interesting, so. Now, I know it pretty much looks the same, but there was the small little detail, so I don't think he quick quantum crouched at the beginning here. Oh no, he did. But you'll see right here that he actually shoots his portal away. And remember, every single time you shoot a portal, that's 0.5 seconds, right? Before you can shoot your next portal. So technically that would waste time, right? Now we'll see which one of these were actually quicker. Now if we go back to Lambo's, you'll see that right at that same spot, he actually doesn't shoot his portal away. He keeps that 0.5 second recoil time and he just goes off to the side so he's not jumping through the portal and then he shoots in the same spot. Alright, cool. So that's basically the main difference between those ones. So now we're going to watch Protal's one. Alright, which one are we watching? We're watching 15. There it is. Don't worry, I'm doing the branding, guys. Don't worry.
Just out of bounds.
Okay. And that's hella quick. He did shoot the extra shot, but it was quite smooth. So now you're getting into the kind of muddy area where it's like, does it actually waste time to do it? Or does it waste time to wait to land and then jump off to the side? So all these little details. So is there anything else that can further improve the run? So I really did enjoy Jonice's out of bounds demo because he did a shot that no one else did, and there's probably a reason he did it that way. So quick one crouch and jump, and everyone else, they aim over here. They aim here because when you're here you get the advantage from over here. And basically, when you're shooting portals on cap, it doesn't really matter about the travel time because you're limited by the 0.5 second recoil, right? So you basically want the portal to land wherever you're shooting before your recoil's over. So that happens here, right? But with your last portal shot, right? So this is the last one here, the peak here. You want that to be as short as possible because technically in a TAS, right? You want to go through the portal. Like the last portal you shoot is at your destination. You want to go through that because that's where you want to be, right? So the last one, you want to have the shortest travel time because you want the portal to land like as soon as it can so you can go through the portal. So that's the distance that everyone else was dealing with. But Jonice, he did it slightly different. He shot here, so we'll do slow motion. So there's actually an invisible box there. Now he got really unlucky. He got boosted by the radio. But if you look here, you can actually shoot here. Now it's a harder shot, but the distance between here and here is a lot shorter than the distance from here to here. So technically this is actually quicker, see? Because that last portal they shoots is least travel time. So that's just something interesting to keep in mind. Could have shaved off some time for some of the actual runners. So that was pretty cool of Jonice to do that. So we've got one last out of bounds run from Codgelax. Hell yeah. Yeah, let's just do the branding.
Just out of bounds.
Alright. And that's pretty cool actually. So he did a peak portal seam shot, which I can't imagine how incredibly difficult that is. Unfortunately, the quantum crouch is clearly quicker, and navigating to the end there is a lot more portals than the other players do. They only shoot 2 where you have to shoot 3, so let's have a look. You do shoot them pretty quickly, so there's one there, and then they would have already shot to one of the red pillars over there, but it's alright. You got a bit disorientated there, but like I can't imagine like how little you got that seam shot. Because it's basically just like a pixel gap in the wall. So that's all the out of bounds runs for this week. So let's go into Glitchless. Alright, so we got one from Calamity with Glitchless. Glitchless is a little bit different in the sense, so here we go. And I sped it up way too much. What am I doing? Let's just watch the demo. Alright. No! Calamity! Calamity! Now, to be fair, he actually redid it, but remember the rules are you can't put the cubes through the orange portal. That's cheating. So, we had that one from Calamity. We also got one from Lucas Skywalker as well. And I just feel bad because, like, you got one here that says Glitchless Legit, and then I watch it, and, like, you're a new runner, and you do the same thing. You put the cube through the orange portal, which is against the rules, so... Whoops. Whoops. Oh no. So I'm sorry about that one. Don't worry. He actually has another demo that we can watch later. So we got one from Jedos as well. Unfortunately, Jedos got disqualified beforehand, and it looked promising just for a little bit, but oh well. So that one's disqualified as well. Sorry, Jedos. Let's go on to Zoe. All right, here we go. So what's Zoe gonna do? Alright, so bring it through. Doing nice little jumps. Now we already saw Yueki throw the cube across the gap, so we could have seen that instead of some bunny hops, but it's alright. Zoe's got a plan. Alright. We'll just speed it up a little bit so it looks like ABHing. Only inside this room. Oh, sorry chat, yeah. Sorry, it's pronounced That was a good attempt, I believe. Cool! So it was a nice juggling of two routes, two cubes, not two routes. What am I talking about? So we got submission from Knock Knock as well. Glitchless. Look at his 5th one. Alright, here we go. And you fell down the hole again for God knows why, but that's okay. It's alright, we won't get caught up on the little details. And we can see Super Mario runner inside of him trying to destroy the camera. Alright. Oh god, what's happening? Alright, so that camera's not going to see any use shooting through here. Because remember, in Glitchless you can do just a normal inbounds elevator strat. Alright, don't worry, that's a nice little safeguard you got there. Alright, nice. Alright, what have we got next? We got Calamity. Play demo Calamity. So it wasn't completely out of luck, because he did realize his mistake. I'm not sure if someone in chat informed him or whether he just worked it out, and that is already really smooth. So that is heaps good. Alright, we've got sick bunny hops. You're ready for the CSS tournament. Bunny hop competition. I actually want to start doing some surfing on streams instead of surfing and bunny hopping. I think that would be pretty fun. Alright, nice. And then we'll speed up to the end. That's basically it for that one. Wait, why'd you close my console for what is it? I can't read. It says invective. What? What? I don't know what you're saying to me. Okay. Look, I'm sorry for getting really close. Alright, look. Alright. Play demo retap. Alright. I need to just put play demo and copy and paste. Alright, what we got? Retap, that's what I said. Now retap had 2 different rounds, but for the sake of time I'm only gonna watch one. Alright. So basically seeing the same things at the moment. Alright, so we saw the button boop there, so you got around my disabling of triggers. That's pretty good, and nice little cube throw. That's a good time saver for Glitchless, because you don't actually have to bunny hop everywhere. Who are we up to now? Zero! Alright, Glitchless. Alright, sick. And that's actually pretty quick for setting up the cube for a soft lock. Alright. So there's nothing glitchy about doing a soft lock. Alright. Now let's just turn up the volume a little bit. We'll turn it up to here so we can actually hear. So this is the first case where you'll run into this problem. The soft lock happened, but you heard GLaDOS counting down like 3, 2, 1, but he was already in this like final chamber here, and normally the dialogue goes off straight away, right? But that doesn't happen in this case because the other dialogue's still playing, so you've inherently lost like a second just because of the route you took, which kind of blows. Like, this is a reason why I triggered all of the dialogue earlier in the map, so we could actually slow it down. Not slow it down, speed it up. This actually happened in our, what do you call it, in one of our inbounds runs in Chamber 18. We did the entire map really quick, and we did this camera fly to the end, but someone hit the trigger right at the start of the map, and Chamber 18's the same way. You gotta wait for the dialogue at the end. And you know what, like, I can actually just show you what I mean. So alright, we'll load up Chamber 18, because 18 itself is from the same syndrome. So, show toggle. Now normally this isn't a problem. See, that's the trigger there for the first speech, right? And you can actually get past it, so you don't actually trigger it, but if you trigger it, It's a really, really long monologue about how you're almost at the end and all that. And the one we're interested in hitting is the one right here, and I've already hit it. And see, it kind of delays it. And we ran into a problem because we were already at the end in inbounds, like that quick before the dialogue finished. So we ended up wasting like a whole second. So unfortunately, that's the same thing that actually happens to a Zero here. So we'll watch the demo again. Hopefully things don't crash. What's going on? Alright, play. Here we go. Okay. Because apart from that, everything's really, really quick. Alright.
You have managed to ensnare yourself permanently inside this room. A complimentary escape hatch will open in 3, 2, 1.
And see, it's just like 2 seconds wasted there just because of dialogue overlap. So that's a bit unfortunate. Moving on, we got one from Prodal, Glitchless, version 5. Here we are. And let's see what he does. Alright, similar to Zero or 8. And that's pretty clever. I actually like that the way that those two players position their portals. They got the cube at an angle straight away. Now, I was raving on before about the fact that like you can wait an extra second and then the doors will be open, or you can go immediately like we saw some other players do and just hope that you get the cube out straight away. But with the new information that I said, with dialogue and the overlap, basically the route that Prodal and Azuro are doing are capped on how quickly you can trigger the first dialogue, and then the rest is basically an auto-scroller. So his goal right now is just to get to the end before the dialogue finishes. So let's just listen out. And pretty much the same thing for Prodal. He only just got there by a hair, but yeah, that's pretty much as quick as you can go by doing that route. And it all comes down to just that this first section here. If you can speed this up, then you can't go any faster. Basically, the second you hit that soft lock, that's it. So the run's over now. Basically, your time's been decided from that, which is like a really sad thing. And so when I opened up the show, we had one from Kaza. He did an inbounds run. Alright, let's have a look at his. So he's gone through and he's getting the cube, and now he soft locks it. It's Bunny Hopper glitch. No. Alright, so he's doing juggling, which is pretty quick. Just listen to the dialogue. So Kaz just like lost 3 seconds there, basically because of the softlock dialogue. The only way you can get around that is to trigger the softlock earlier. And that's the inherent downside to doing this route, is you just, even though it's quicker in a sense, you just lose a hell of a lot of time because of that overlap. Anyway, let's watch our last glitchless run, and then we'll move back into inbounds. Alright, so we've got one here from Codgelax. Alright, nice. So no soft lock here, so that avoids the overlap that we've been seeing. Normally we see people go through the portal here, but this is kind of a clever thing. This wasn't on my radar. Look, the cube didn't pass through the portal, so you know what? That's an A+. Now, unfortunately, just the way that he executed that, in theory, that's a lot quicker, but you could have went through, like, you can see the distance between just going through the portal immediately and then taking the walk through here and then the rest to the cube there, like to the bottom. But in theory, that would be quicker, so I actually think that's really cool that Codgelax did it that way, so props to him. Alright, so let's look back into the actual other inbounds methods and we'll close out the show. So, got one from Fluffy GMD, inbounds, and I like this, like how you spelt these. You got inbound, and then you got inbound, so you decided to put the S here, but you put an extra N as well. So I'm going to watch this one because it feels a bit more homely, because it's an actual in. Alright. So, taking some inspiration from sort of the least Portals ones. Alright, so you've done the soft lock. but you're not bringing the cube along with you. So remember how I already said this is kind of on an auto-scroller? At this point, it's pretty clever of him to actually just solve the rest of the puzzle while waiting for that softlock to finish. Alright, there we go.
As part of a required test protocol, our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright...
Oh, it's alright, Kazo. Like, I don't actually want to get rid of the dialogue overlap because it's just an interesting part of routing this level, so... So that was cool. That's a lot quicker than the elevator shaft routes that we were seeing earlier. They're completely skipping doing that. So we got one from Wayne. Alright. Wayne 64. Now, that was pretty clever what he did. While he was waiting for the cube to go through the air, he wasn't doing anything, so he might as well just shoot the portal there. Might as well use it later, you know, but he shot it a little bit too high. Anyway. Okay. Got your peaks. Throwing it up, and he'll be the first one to actually do a peak not on the ceiling, because normally everyone else, they're here and they peek up to the ceiling. Now, he does peek all the way over here, which is kind of counterproductive to where you want to go. So maybe instead you could have done a peek to here, and you would have been up here and you could have just jumped. That would have been a lot quicker. But it's a step in the right direction, which I do have to commend. So now you've taken the camera off the wall. It's the same thing. There's a dialogue going as well, so you kind of got to be careful about that. Hey! Alright, sick peek. And you actually got like a full gap there as well with the camera, which was pretty cool. So I'll just speed it up so we're back into the same spot. Alright.
To ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities, do not destroy vital tests.
See that? Like you could just jump right through that, but peeking's actually a bit quicker if you like, because you got to get off the button anyway. So you just commit, you would throw it, and then you'll just start walking this way, and you'll already have the portal there. That's alright. Okay, and then he goes all the way to the end. You got like a little bit of a spin there. Nice. Okay, I'll give you a little spin. Alright, let's set the camera back. Okay, cool. Hey guys, hey, I'm not going to spin that camera. That camera's too valuable. This one's only a DSLR. Okay, cool. Let's play demo Azuro. Alright. Seeing the same thing, that's pretty clever to actually set up the soft lock on the cube in the wall. Alright, so will he get there before the trigger? Yeah, he will. So how much time did you waste there? Well, it's not really waste, but you just kind of lose it. It was like 2-3 seconds again, which kind of sucks, because if we just minus that off your time, it would make a really big difference. Like that time overlap there is the reason that you narrowly miss out on top 4, which is the interesting thing, because there is a much better route, which we will see, and we're starting to get into it. So Spitter did a really, really quick inbounds run, and I just played his least portals run. God damn it. Alright, here we go. So one from Spitter. Let's see what he does. Alright. So yet again, it's not quicker to do that, but that was hella smooth, so props to Spitter grabbing the camera, and you only need it wide enough to get through, and wow, that was really fucking quick. And unfortunately, you lose like probably 5 seconds there or something. Maybe that estimation's too harsh, but it's a lot of time just because of that dialogue overlap, even though the route's really cool. So I'm going to slow this down a little bit. Alright. There we go. It's pretty cool. Now, I think you got... Sorry, I was just trying to listen to the dialogue there. You got lucky because sometimes the camera, like when you shoot down a camera, it actually triggers the camera dialogue, and it would have been really detrimental if it did the soft lock, then the camera speech, and then the final one, but I'm pretty sure it did the normal soft lock speech, and then the end one. And then after that, I'm pretty sure it would do the camera one. But that one's kind of iffy. Sometimes it does it, and then sometimes it doesn't. It's a bit strange with that. So, just gonna have a listen here. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. So it's like 4 or 5 seconds. Yeah, and so it actually played the right dialogue afterwards, so that was lucky. Alright, so we've got one from Lucas Skywalker. So all of his other demos got DQ'd, which was really sad. But this one that you labeled Door Glitch, it actually ended up being a pretty quick inbounds run. Now immediately, your camera's like really close to what the action is. We're kind of looking at it like this. So perspective, so that's alright because you're a new runner, but basically what you got to do is go into the options and then go video advanced and then just boop, 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 slide that one all the way up there. Sick. Alright, and then we'll get the full action, but we got the nice liberty of watching this run zoomed in, so we won't miss any action. And whoa, what happened there, buddy? That was pretty sick. Oh no, we can see stuff on the ground. Ignore all the Wii controllers and stuff like that. Portal on Wii. That was pretty cool. That's all I wanted to say, Lucas Skywalker. You did good. Alright. But unfortunately you're kind of just trapped here now, so I guess you're just going to ABH around for a little bit, which is cool because you know how to do it, so... Someone in chat pointed out that it's a Portal 2 strat. That is very true. Now in Portal 2 the door opens immediately, but in this game you gotta listen to the speech, so that was a good optimization in Portal 2, like all around better graphics and all like stuff like that, but they also cut a lot of the waiting time out of the game, and then they replaced it with cutscenes which you wait around in, so all in all it's kind of the same. Alright, well that was pretty cool. Let's get into the final demos for this week, and then we'll look at the top runs, and then we'll look at the week 10 save. Alright, here we go, and whoa! Whoa! Now people in chat might be like, that's a disqualification! Codulax, you cheated! This is Codulax demo, by the way, but let's slow it down a little bit and actually see what happened here. Alright, so shot the cube. The cube's poking out a little bit through the orange, but it hasn't actually fully gone through the portal. Now you can do this without the cube going through the portal, like a little bit. Like it's not actually through the portal. Half of the object has to be through, and it's not. But anyway, and he's just grabbed it through the portal. Now, it's a little bit weird watching it in the demo, so I'm just going to load it up. Alright, minus duck, minus move left. Oh god, what's the difference between left and right? No one knows. They're probably the same anyway in the mirror. Okay, there we go. So how this works is you shoot the portal here and you can grab it, right? Cool, I'm glad we established that we can grab an object. So when you shoot here, you got that little split second before the portal lands, so you can just grab it. Now you don't have to go through the portal, you can just grab it and you'll see the cube will fly towards you, just like that. So that's actually one of the quickest ways. This is like the Chamber 1 strat, but it's a little bit different. Okay, I didn't grab it. Well, it's not different. It's the exact same thing. So you can see the cube flies up. Now, it will instantly teleport the second you walk through the portal. So I'll show you that. So I kind of made these maps in the idea that people would do this. See? It will instantly teleport to you. Now, I wasn't clever enough to actually think about doing it in pit. I had in mind that people do it this way. So you can only do it through the portal that you're peeking through. So you would set up a blue here on the wall, and then you would just do that. See, it'll come across to you. And that's the quickest way, instead of throwing it across the gap like Ueki did, which is the second quickest way probably, because you do something like this. Very useful for glitchless. And then the other way is just an ABH. Now, while I'm also in the level, everyone was doing the softlock method with the cube and stuff, but perhaps, right, there's a way that we could do this to make it real quick. So you go like this, and then you don't set up the cube, right? Like you don't need any certain angles or anything, you just do this, right? shoot it here, and then you stand on the button, right? And from here, you just throw the cube through the blue portal, which you're allowed to do, and just get it into the door straight away. So you're already on the button, you don't have to waste time setting it up. So no one did this, but it is a bit of a difficult throw. There we go, that should have worked. And then you can continue on your merry way. And basically I had the same idea as Kazza, in the sense that you can do this sort of stuff. Like, I was doing basically the same route as Kazza, but I had this in my arsenal, that you could do that sort of stuff, right? But the problem is, when you soft lock it, and then you solve the puzzle really quickly with the teleportation cubes, you get to the end real quick, and then you just got that dialogue overlap. So then again, it all comes down to how quick you can just trigger the beginning soft lock, which you can do pretty quickly the way I showed, by just throwing it through here. Yeah, and then there's two ways that you can do this. So you can do it like this, right? And I'll show another nifty thing. So we'll do the peak, right? And see that it didn't go through the orange portal straight away, so it actually takes time to get to me. So now this is a bit of a toss-up. It's a choice, right? Because you can either do that, or you can walk through and it'll teleport immediately, right? There is a cool idea you can do where you can drop the cube while it's traveling towards you, like this. And so basically the idea would be to get it on the bottom. No one did this, by the way, so this is why I'm showing that. So you can imagine that would land there, and you've already let go, so you can quickly do this. Softlock's going, so you can bring this through real quick, right? And then you can do that, and then peek here. That was my route that I had in mind, and I was trying to balance everything around that, okay? But this was all theoretical, and I didn't take into fact that there's speech overlay, so there's a clear reason why this wasn't the fastest route that some runners did, but it did have potential to being one of the fastest routes. So let's move on from that and watch the rest of Kojlax's demo, because we talked about cube teleportation way too much.
To ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities, do not destroy vital
Now,
testing
that's the reason that the cube's like straight in the middle. Whoa, what happened there? What the hell? Oh, you did another peek there. What the fuck? I didn't even notice that when I was reviewing the demos. That's actually really cool. So let's slow it down here. He does another thing here, because remember, it's through the ones that you peek through. So you peek through the blue, and see the cube hasn't fallen through this portal. It's still got ground that it can stand on, right? So let's just resume it again. And you shoot up there, and then you grab the cube, and it'll teleport to him real quick, so... Now he's got the camera. Damn, Kojlax with their packed demo. Hell yeah. And that would have overlapped with the speech, I'm pretty sure. I did a lot of pausing, so on my notes it says it didn't, but yeah, it wouldn't have. Anyway, so let's look at Lambo's inbounds route. Yeah, it didn't overlap with the speech, that's right. So again, the camera from the first bit, so it's kind of clever because you got to move through the level anyway, and go around the store kind of takes time, and you can shoot a portal. So this is thinking ahead, which is always good. And see, that was just a balance thing as well to make this a bit slower. Now, reminder, the rules were only cubes have to enter through blue portals, so any other object can go through the portal, so that camera's fine to go through the orange portal. And that's pretty quick. Nice. Nice one, Lambo. So we've got one from Jonah as well. I really like these fast inbounds demos, because the routes were like completely off my radar, but it's just really cool to see different things. So... and they're all relatively smooth. Now, I'll bring that up later. Anyway, here we go. Cool. Nice one, Jonah. Alright, so we got one last demo from Good to Go, and then that will close it off. So, seeing the same teleportation cube thing. not triggering the soft lock because I'll slow you down with the overlap. Here we are. And you might have noticed that Goodigo didn't shoot the camera down from the previous chamber, and he bumped the button as well so you can actually stand on it. So you can see the distance between this cube and the camera here is a lot shorter than, say, here and here. So he abused the trigger there, which is pretty good. Nice. Now that is actually quite an insanely difficult throw, so I'll just play that in full speed. I remember watching this live when Goodigo was doing my stream, so I was already spoiled of this route, and I thought this would be the fastest one. Now, if we listen carefully as well, Goodigo actually got ruined by a speech overlap.
To ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities, do not destroy vital testing apparatus.
So you lost like 3 seconds there, just because the camera you shot down was later during the level. The ones that Lambo and Kodgelax and Jonah shot down happened earlier, so the dialogue already finished. But for Goodigo, since he shot it later, he actually overlapped the dialogue. So even though it was a good use of props and stuff, it actually ended up being to a detriment, which kind of blows. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And then I also did a demo this week. I'm not sure what people think of me submitting runs, but I didn't end up submitting this. But the reason I didn't do it was because I had captions on. Oh god, the shame. I had captions on. Everyone's gonna make fun of me. Look, I had captions on because of the other people who had captions on because my game kept crashing. Anyway, this is one from me. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Let's replay that. Alright, I'm next with a good start out of the elevator, missing a pole shot. Look. I had to make week 10. Alright. It's only a little bit slow. I opened up console there. Wow. Wow, I'm just a fucking cheater. What the fuck? I have captions on. I ran into a wall and I toggled console. I probably typed no clip or something. Look. Anyway. Oh god, we're missing another shot. No! What the fuck? I'm an X. Alright. Look, it doesn't matter. Look, I'm just emulating Goodigo. Did you see that? I did a better route than Goodigo. Zing! Look, Goodigo tried really hard, right? I'm pretty sure he tried to improve it later, but see, he didn't shoot the camera off the wall straight away when he peeked, but I did. So I'm getting that dialogue straight away. Here we go, look at my swag. See, I get in there with no dialogue overlap, but overall, my run sucked. And it was like a 53-second run, right? Talking about times, we'll actually see the quick runs. Because this is how this works. Alright, so let's load them up. And you know what? I didn't load any of them up in my media player of choice ahead of time. So we'll just do that now. Alright, so we got top 4 glitchless, inbounds, least portals, and which one am I missing? Haha, just out of bounds. Where are you? There we go, and then we can drag all those in. And since we're talking about the top inbounds, we might as well watch the top inbounds. How's that sound? Alright. Don't worry, this is a professional stream, guys. Okay, here we go. Top inbounds. We're getting there, guys. Alright. You ready? Found it. Top 4 inbounds runs for this week. Top left, we got Lambo with a solid 46 seconds. That's sub 50. Then we've got Jonah, top right, Kodgelax, bottom left, and then Goodigo in the bottom right, who lost 4 to 5 seconds on oh no, he didn't lose that much time. That was the other runners. Goodigo only lost like a second or two. So that would have put him under Goodigo. But yeah, good. If he saved a second, it would have put him under Goodigo. Wow, it would have put him under sub 50. Now, I'm just gonna note that the other inbounds runs. So Spitter lost a hell of a lot of time. He lost like 5 seconds. He had a 52.980. So if you just minus 4 or 5 from that. That would have put you in top 4, and a lot of the ones that had the dialogue overlap were like that. Anyway, let's see the comparison. Let's stop talking about it. So you can see how insanely quick these people are at the start. It looks like Jonah fell behind at the start, but it looks like he's going to catch up. It's just because Kodgelax went through the portal where Jonah and Lambo actually set it up so they could grab it through. Alright. There we go. Nice. And then we're basically waiting for the end elevator. You'll see which elevators move if you look at the lights. There we go. Nice. Now we're going in the top out of bounds run. So we got Prodal in the top left, Lambo, Jonah, and a fluffy GMD, and they're all the exact same routes. So I was talking about the difference between Lambo and Jonah. Jonah shot an extra portal, so I'm going to rewind it. Let's just have a close look at Lambo and Jonah exclusively, so you'll actually see the difference between them. Alright. And we'll play it one more time because it all happens really, really quick. Basically, you got to shoot everything on cap, so... Alright, we'll do it in slow motion. Look at that solid 5 FPS. Yeah, Fluffy GMD got top 4, congrats. It's a new person in the top 4. Alright, and that's basically the extent of it. Let's put it back to normal speed. There we go. Alright, and then next up we got the top 4 least portals runs. So we've got Jonah in the top left, got Prodal top right, Aspect, and then Uncrafted Name. Uncrafted Name making an appearance in top 4. Congrats. I do have to note that Prodal did do a glitch that was only Steam Pipe exclusive and no one else could do it. And so it's really easy just to be like, disqualify him because he cheated by doing like a thing that no one else had access to. But I make the argument that he was capped by the dialogue anyway, and he, instead of just jumping on the button like you'll see him do in the demo, he would have just got the cube and then went in, so he would have got the same time anyway. So that's what would happen there. But the person who came in after him, I can't find you. You'll see it on the leaderboard, so alright. Let's have a look at the top 4 least portals. Normally we don't get to see top 4 least portals, but we had a bunch of people run it this week, and it all comes down basically to that wall climb. It's interesting to see that Aspect was the last one out of the pit, but caught up. Well, everyone had access to it, yeah, but I encouraged everyone to run exclusively on Steam, on the unpacked version of Portal. Plus, you would think that there was no differences between the games, so it's quite interesting. But, like, my reasoning is, like, Prodal was on cap anyway, and he was already ahead, so he would have got the same time, so... Sorry to the person who missed out. What Prodal's doing in the top right-hand corner doesn't actually save any time, because it's dialogue, so there's that to note. It all just comes down into who can trigger that final door the quickest. Alright, cool. And then last but not least, we got the top 4 glitchless runs. Alright, so we've got a 0 on the top left, Prodal, Retep, and then Calamity. Calamity making an appearance in the top 4. And all of them are sub 1 minute, so that's pretty cool. And interesting to note, the top 2 did the soft lock, where the bottom 2 didn't do the soft lock. And it goes to show that I'm pretty sure these 2 had dialogue overlaps, did they? I don't remember. Anyway. One of the rare occasions where Immunex was quiet. Congratulations. Alright, so now let's look at the leaderboards for this week. Alright, so Prodal took out the competition, so he will be going into the Hall of Fame along with Lambo for inbounds. Got a nice little key down the bottom, so it was shown a Prodal Aspect, Uncrafted Name, and then Jonice would have been 5th. There we go, and then we got the no mouse movements right at the bottom as well. So There we go. Imanex's pick for this week. It's really hard to actually pick because there were just like so many cool routes. Now, I'm pretty sure Codgelax had a really cool glitchless strat that no one did, where you actually like use the portal like to climb up the wall. I think that was him, wasn't it? And then he also, wait, was it really him? Let's have a look at the script. I'm already forgetting. Yeah, he had an interesting way of getting up the second time, and then he did the seam shot peak as well, and then he also had an incredible inbounds route. So overall, like he put it like the most, well, not the most effort, but he had like the most impressive sort of routes. So my pick will go to Codgelax. I do feel bad though because before that it would have been Jonice with Invisible Box, just that minor improvement that no one else would have thought of. That was pretty clever. So it was in between you, but overall Codgelax had some pretty cool stuff. So that was my pick. And don't forget to cast your community votes as well. Maybe we'll get Joe Nason because he had some pretty cool stuff. So I'll put that up in the Discord afterwards. And now we have the Lucid Week 10, don't we? Don't we? Because week 10 is next week and we're going to hit double digits. That's too many digits. I'm not going to do 1,000 shows of Portal Challenge. So it's going to be a little bit different. Let's load up next week's challenge and I'll tell you guys what's going on. All right, cool. So we got, I would move, I'd move it over a little bit and that'd be great, wouldn't it? But anyway, it's just going to be cut off screen. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. And what chamber is it on? It is on chamber 00. So you can get really into posting your least portals. That would be pretty. And maybe you can also do your sick out of bounds as well on chamber 00. So everyone have a lot of fun on 00. I heard it's going to be a ball, so I'm going to put that up right after the stream ends, and make sure you submit that. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, no, that was fun overall. We had quite a chilled stream this time because I don't know, it was quite chill. Normally we gag around a bit, but I've been a little bit stressed with week 10. But that is okay. Alright. Thanks to everyone who joined in. That was really cool. And week 9 was probably my favorite week of demos overall. And it was probably really fun for all of you guys as well. So that was sick. Alright. Alright, I'll catch you around, guys. Bye bye.